Now it's time to talk about one of the biggest and meanest thrill coasters in Europe. This ride is so big and mean that our taxi driver actually thought that this roller coaster was a satellite in the distance. And I sat there like, whoa, this roller coaster looks pretty mean. And the taxi driver said, no, that's the satellite. And well, the name of the coaster is Hyperion, and this roller coaster is located in Poland in a huge amusement park called Energylandia. And Hyperion stands as the tallest roller coaster in Europe with a lift hill. This humongous roller coaster stands 252.6 feet tall, and that is 77 meters. The drop is even longer, coming in at 269 feet, and that is 82 meters. And if the size of this coaster doesn't really scare you away, I know the ride experience will. Hyperion stands directly next to the entrance and parking lot of Energylandia. This ride gives a completely mind-bending ride experience with 4,757 feet of track, and that is 1,450 meters. And then you might ask, who has manufactured this roller coaster? Well, that is Intamin, and that is the Swiss manufacturer behind many record-breaking roller coasters around the whole world. And Hyperion is part of a roller coaster model called the Mega Coaster, and that is a quite fitting name in my opinion. This insane ride hits a maximum speed of 88.2 miles per hour, and that is 142 kilometers per hour. And what makes this roller coaster even crazier or outstanding if you are a roller coaster enthusiast is that the trains features these lap bars, and they are just so awesome because they are comfy, they sit tight on your laps, and you are free to move everywhere. And well, when I say free to move, you can't really go out of these restraints and fly off, but apart from that, you have a lot of mobility when you sit on these. And that means when you go down this crazy first drop with a near vertical drop angle of 85 degrees, you can feel your bum leaving your seat for several seconds. That feeling of flying out of your seat is the worst for some people and the best for roller coaster enthusiasts. And well, Hyperion is really great for having the riders flying out of their seat for several seconds, and that's really a dream come true for roller coaster enthusiasts. And well, if you overall fear roller coasters, Hyperion may not be the best ride for you. After this stomach dropping first drop, the riders fly through a small tunnel where it feels like it's going to chop your head off. After pulling 4.8 Gs at the bottom of the first drop, the riders fly into the first camelback hill, and the train really flies over this camelback hill, giving strong and intense airtime for all the riders, and that means your bum are leaving the seat for several seconds. And next up is a crazy element called the dive loop, and halfway through the riders experience this out of your seat moment, and after that the riders twist 180 degree head first to the ground with a lot of whip. And this element really feels like you're low-key back in the original Avengers movie where Hulk slams you back and forth. Hyperion stays low to the ground and flies through a so-called wave turn or curve, whipping the riders to the side. And then Hyperion sadly goes through a way too big and drawn out camelback hill. And this is the only moment where the riders have a bit of time to catch their breath on this amazing coaster. Then the ride starts to fly through a big overbank turn, giving strong G-forces on the riders. And then Hyperion decided to change personality because the rest of the roller coaster's layout is mainly low to the ground. The train flies through a small airtime hump and yet another curve to the side, whipping the riders quickly again. Hyperion flies through a bank turn, and after a couple twists and turns, a small twisted airtime hill, you hit a final airtime moment with an awesome splashdown section. While you experience strong airtime, you can feel the water hitting your face for an awesome finale on this roller coaster. You can really feel that Hyperion has a lot of speed left because the final brake run is quite aggressive. And well, when you finally get off this roller coaster, you can say that you survived Hyperion. And well, you might be a bit lightheaded and your legs may be a bit wobbly, but you survived. And now I really want to know in the comments below if you have ridden this awesome roller coaster. And yes, I can confirm that Hyperion is not the biggest and fastest, but it is really up there. And Hyperion is really known for being one of the best / scariest roller coasters in Europe, if not the world. And this big dark looking satellite of a roller coaster still haunts people to this day, and I still think Hyperion is the best at Energylandia. And now before scrolling away, please consider subscribing to the channel, that would be awesome. And I really want to know your thoughts in the comments below about this video. Was it great, good, bad, mid? I don't really know. And now at the end of the day, I'm always gonna say bye bye.